Sunday afternoon, freezing cold outside, didn't know what to do, walked on O'Connell Street, I popped into the Savoy and oh my god, it's the premiere of Lincoln, Steven Spielberg movie. I'm so gonna check it out.
A bombardment from the largest fleet the Navy has ever assembled.
100 shells a minute, till they surrender.
Dear God. Mr. Lincoln, I hate them all. I do. I am a prejudiced man.
Right now. It's crazy. We're just getting used to calling each other fiancés, and it's as you well know, it's a very strange sort of transition, but it's very exciting. We have to still organise a bash for all our friends, so it's good fun.
Well, I've been a fan of Spielberg. We were looking at some of his movies from the past, like E.T., Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and all that stuff from the past. I had the amazing evening with Steven Spielberg the night of Princess Diana's funeral. We were at a dinner with the Duke and Duchess of York, and there was Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, and Steven, and a couple of other people. And we had a wonderful evening, and he's a man I admire enormously. And he's a man with a great heart and a great spirit, and I think this is going to be one hell of a film.
You're going to try to pass the amendment to abolish slavery. No one's loved as much as you by the people. Don't waste that power.
I'm thrilled and honored, but more than that, I'm so pleased that Lincoln has received so much recognition from everyone all over, and now we're bringing it to the rest of the world, and it's very exciting. And to be here in Dublin, premiering the film, we all feel like we're taking it off Danny's excitement, but I'm second place because I'm equally as excited to be here doing it.
Think of all the boys who'll die if you don't make peace.
I can't end this war until we cure ourselves of slavery.
The currency of what I've done before doesn't pay for much. Speaking personally, everything is new. Every film is a new beginning, and I don't think of experience or career when I'm when I'm telling a new story. It's all, I still get the nervous stomach. Well, I think the character will certainly appeal to the rest of the world. I remember everybody was afraid that nobody would go to see the King's Speech in America, and everybody learned things they never knew before when they went out to see that Colin Firth and that wonderful portrayal. So I think that it's a great character, Lincoln, and whether you know much about him or not, by the end of the story, you'll know more than you ever thought you would. I don't know about the magic. I just make the movies. I mean, if some of the movies are perceived to be that way, that makes me really happy. But I'm not an alchemist. I'm a movie maker. Well, the Oscar is the highest honor anybody can achieve in our industry because it's from every branch of the Academy. People that know what goes into making a movie finally stand in judgment of the movies that are nominated, and to win is beyond my imagination, but to be nominated itself was a great honor this year.
Daniel on board, because I believe initially he wasn't so keen.
Well, he wasn't so keen on the first script he read. It was more about the Civil War than Lincoln himself. But when Tony Kushner, after 7 years of writing and researching, wrote Lincoln, Daniel read the script, and then he read Doris Kearns Goodwin's book, Team of Rivals, and that got the door open for us, and he invited us to come to Dublin to meet with him.
Stephen, what about him as Parnell? Would you think about putting together a script for that one for him?
I'm just right now. Someday I will do something else with Daniel. Daniel and I are so eager to work with each other. We became such good friends because of this experience.
And one other question for you: cheesecake in Ballyvaughan or a pint in Roundwood? Pint of Guinness in Roundwood. What would you go for?
Nothing wrong with both. Guinness and cheesecake go real well together.
This amendment is that pure.
We need 2 yeses.
Get the hell out of here and get him.
But how?
I am the President of the United States, clothed in immense power. You will procure me these votes.
Obviously, it must have been crazy for all your family and friends to know that you were Lincoln for all that time.
I don't know how hard it was. I was just doing my work, going about my business.
How did you get out of it then?
I think it's hard in as far as it's sad to leave something that you've devoted a lot of time to. And of course, just because somebody tells you it's over doesn't mean that the curiosity just suddenly evaporates. So it's usually a sense of sadness, a reluctance to let go rather than it's not as if it's not like you need an exorcist or anything. It's just sad to let go.
Daniel, thank you so much for all the work you've done for Wicklow Hospice.
Oh, that's
really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
What people at Wicklow do, Billy Porter and all the rest of us.
Oh, you're from East Coast?
Yes, I am.
Good,
yes.
yeah. You've done a lot too your station has done an awful lot to help make this happen.
Well, thank you. I know it's very close to your heart, the Wicklow Hospice, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Because of your mum dying in a hospice.
She was in a cottage hospital, they call them in England, and she could have gone home to have hospice care at home, and she chose to stay in the hospital for the last part of her life. And the staff there were just extraordinary, and it coincided with the beginning of the hospice foundation trying to raise funds for this thing, and so I was very happy to have a chance to do something.
Can I ask you one very light question? How do you feel about the Lewis being named after you?
Was it really though?
Daniel
I'm sure that's just a rumour, isn't it?
No, it's true.
He's certainly a national treasure, not just only in relation to film, but what he represents for arts and culture generally. And I think that his very generous decision to help the Wicklow Hospice is something everyone will admire. It's what the people have expected of him because of his such great integrity.